Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. DeCorso. You just finished reading chapters 13 and 14. And I was just working on my I do for chapter 13. So I'm going to go along, read it along with you. What three words does Templeton come back with? Why do the first two words not work? The first word that Templeton comes back with is crunchy. This word does not work because it will make Mr. Zuckerman think of crunchy bacon or ham. Then Mr. Zuckerman will think of eating Wilbur again. Charlotte doesn't want that to happen. The second word is pre-shrunk. This word will not work because this will make Zuckerman think of Wilbur as small. Charlotte doesn't want this because she wants Zuckerman to think of Wilbur as nicely grown. So I know you remember in chapter 13, that is when Templeton goes to that area of pile of heap of all junk, all the junk you can think of, like a dump where rats would want to go. And he brings back words for Charlotte to weave. And one of the words is crunchy, and it doesn't work because Mr. Zuckerman will think of crunchy bacon. And one of the words is pre-shrunk. Remember, he gets it off a tag of a shirt. That word will not work because it'll make him think of Wilbur as small. So I answered about the first two words. Together, we're going to answer about the third word, or we do. What makes Charlotte decide on the third word? The third word is radiant, and here it is right here. I'll highlight it, and we'll chop it down together. R-A-D-E-N-T. Radiant. Lots of sounds. Radiant. R-A-D-E-N-T. Radiant. And when you say radiant, I want you to go like this. Radiant. Let's do it again. Radiant. Radiant means to shine brightly with love and happiness. Radiant. To shine brightly with love and happiness. And radiant, when I think of the word radiant, I think of a rainbow because they make everyone feel happy and they're so bright. So let's go over a few words. Are the following items radiant? The sun. Radiant? Yes. Oh. What happened? Hold on. Okay. Radiant? Yes, I agree. The sun is radiant. A tree with no leaves? I agree. A tree with no leaves is bare. It is not radiant. A cloud? That's dark and gray. Is it bright and happy? I agree. No. A flower. Yes. Good job, boys and girls. So radiant. I forgot one thing about the word radiant. You hear an E, but instead of an E, it's an I. So that's tricky about our word radiant too. Let's do our action one more time. Radiant means to shine brightly with love and happiness, like a rainbow. So Wilbur is radiant when he's jumping all over and doing flips and doing everything that Charlotte is telling him to do. He's a radiant pig. So she decides to use that word, radiant. And that will make people feel bright and happy. So tomorrow, your question that is due is from chapter 14, Miss Dr. Dorian. And the question is, Mrs. Arabelle visits Dr. Dorian about Fern. Does Dr. Dorian think it's a problem that Fern listens to the animals? Why or why not? Does Dr. Dorian thinks it's a problem that Fern listens to the animals and says they talk to each other all the time? Why or why not?